Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit around your project profit margins. So, my latest article for the KBB Review is around your project profit margins, and I just wanted to discuss a little bit why this is so important right now. So, you will be able to find this on page 24 of the article of the magazine. It looks somewhat like this. If you've got a few on your desk. So it's on page 24, and I will leave a link in the description so you can grab it in there as well. But in the article, I run through a number of things. I run through why this is so important at the moment, and ultimately how you can look to boost your project profit margins. So for those of you guys, however, that don't know who I am, I'm Kevin D. Bannister. I work with KBB retailers and home improvement professionals, and I work with them essentially to help them successfully plan, scale, and exit their business. So, why are your project profit margins so important right now? So, they are important for a number of reasons, but what I want to do is just look at some of the facts that have come out of the KBB Review Retailer Survey. So, the first being is that 64% of retailers are concerned about the impact that the cost of living is having on their business, which is pretty high. And I would say, of people I've spoke to, everybody has experienced that people are taking longer to do things. They have, especially since the interest rates just jumped. People, even in very comfortable situations, started kind of worrying a little bit. So the second being that 53% of retailers have said that their footfall and inquiries are down. So what does this sort of mean, really? So when you look at these two things, it kind of indicates what I have seen with some retailers is that things have slowed down. So it's not necessarily that they're not expecting to, they have less projects in the pipeline. It's just some of these things are just taking longer for people to actually kind of make the deal drop as such. So actually signing on and going, yes, we're going to have it, and essentially put their deposit down and everything. So people are just holding on a little bit more. So ultimately, this is going to lead to less sales at the moment, and it will obviously pick up as things change. So this ultimately then comes down to a perfect time to look at your projects and your profit margins that you're getting out of them. A lot of retailers seem to assume that the project margin is there just because there is a margin on the kitchen and everything that goes with it. The problem with this is it's very easy for a project to go from being nicely profitable to a few unexpected things, and ultimately the profit's gone or it's very low. So what I want to just sort of, I suppose, illustrate slightly is how when you look to boost your profit margins for your projects, how much of an impact this can have on the bottom line. So what I want to do is just run through a little example of a situation that if you look to boost your profit margins, what the impact would be. So let's take a profit margin on the basis of around 30%. You're turning over around £1 million a year in sales, and we want to look at boosting that profit margin by 5%. So we want to take it from 30 to 35, which is entirely doable, and even higher. So with the 5%, what you're looking at though is if you can boost that profit margin by 5%, you're looking at 50k hitting the bottom line with no extra work. So it just illustrates how that slight kind of change can make a huge difference. If you're in a situation where you're turning over, say, 4 million, all of a sudden that's 200 grand. So and there's no extra work. You're not doing extra kitchens or anything like that. We're just talking about getting that margin right. So once you have that margin right and you have the sales that are going through, you essentially are in the best position you can be in. So I just wanted to sort of illustrate that just so that it's clear. because it's easy to forget, to be honest. And obviously a lot of the sort of suppliers will say this is the sort of margin you can make, and other things are very easy to be forgotten about, and they only get wrapped up at the end of the year. And if things are great, it's not a problem. People, essentially you're happy, but they could be better. If they're not great, they're generally even worse. So it is something that's really important. So check out the article. It's on page 24, as I mentioned, and I will leave this in the comments as well. And if you're really looking to push your profit margins forward, you should come along to our next masterclass. I will leave the details in the description, and I will see you on another video. Thanks. Bye.